Fronted Sector Soldiers, I cannot believe this. We got 1.1 thousand views within a day of my latest video. I don't know what to say. I mean, I when I first saw it, it was just today that I looked into my YouTube account and I looked at it and I saw that it had 1.1 thousand views. I was expecting a lot less than that considering how small and new my channel is, but Jesus. That is a lot. For me. And I just can't thank all those people enough. But yeah, this is basically a little video I'm doing for like a little celebration for it. And I just cannot believe that we hit that many views in just one day. But today I am not just doing this little video just to talk about the 1,000 view hit. I'm actually here to show y'all a new Lego gun. And this one, it's a little weird. But hopefully y'all like it. And I'm still just shook up. I've still been shook up about it since today that I got 1,100 views. It's just crazy. But let's just go back to regular videos right now instead of just doing these stupid little shorts. Although that last one was good. Literally. And let's just get back to my original genre. Well, right now I have a gun that is very unusual. When you look at it, you're gonna think that looks like a freaking ray gun. That's what you're gonna think of. And actually, this one was actually for my little brother that I made. I made another one for him from before, which was the modified one where I can stick it into this little attachment, with a grip and a little scope on it. But he decided he didn't like to play with it that much, and I decided to modify it, which I did to that, and I made him a new one, and he liked it, and it is this one. Now, I don't really say, I really wouldn't say that this is like the best one I've ever made, nor is it like the hardest. I'll have to say that. It's not the hardest, it's not the easiest I've ever made. It's just not the best. It's somewhere in like between of all of them. But yeah, when you look at this, you wouldn't really think of like a straight up like, oh, it's a gun. No, it's whenever I look at this, it's weird. But I'm gonna talk about it anyway. So again, I'm gonna give y'all the chance to comment down below on what I should call it. Basically throughout all my videos, I've said comment on what I should name the gun. And so far I've only had like 1 or 2 comments on it, on one of them. But I'm going to leave that down to y'all again to comment down and just name it. The one with the most upvotes, or basically likes, will become the one that I will name it for. As long as it's appropriate, alright? So, this gun, I will have to say it didn't take me the longest. It didn't take me the least amount of time. But it did take me a little while. It took me about maybe like, I don't know, 2 or 3 weeks. That's about it. Usually, my Lego guns would take about a month to fully complete them, and some of them I'm still even working on to try and improve them. But I have to say that probably the one that took me the longest to make was the one that looked like the C93, but I call it the C94. That one is probably my favorite one, which it is, and I think that one took me almost a year because I was like just randomly putting stuff on, making it better, and I would modify it a lot, and it didn't take me until about a year to fully get it all the way down. And this one right here only took me about, like I said, 2 or 3 weeks. It's just a weird gun overall, and I'm going to go over the parts of it. So immediately you'll probably already notice the barrel of the gun. The barrel of the gun is very different to what I usually do most of the time, and actually I put this here because originally I had it over here as a trigger guard, but I couldn't really put a trigger down that would really fit with it and that would feel comfortable with it. And I just decided, you know what, I'm just gonna not do that, and I put it up here thinking possibly that it would look better. And it actually kind of does. It looks weird, but it looks a lot better than when I originally had it, because I had some other weird stuff down here, and it just looks stupid. Now, I'm not the proudest of this, but it's not that bad, at least. I will have to say that. Although some of the design I did over it, such as these parts, the barrel part, back here and stuff like that, I will have to say I'm a little proud of that, but otherwise, I mean, it's not just my best, but it's good overall. And it's actually pretty sturdy, I have to say that. It's like one of the most sturdiest guns, because usually, besides my C94, which is my favorite pistol, you can squeeze the grip and it won't break as long as you don't move it around a lot. This one, you can move it around and squeeze the grip pretty good without it breaking, as long as you don't have it too up here, or else this whole part will pop off. But if you squeeze it down here, nothing. It won't break. But yeah, I mean, that's basically all over for the barrel. The sight's pretty basic as ever. It's same as usually as I do on the other ones. I did put this little thing right here, just give it a little more, I don't know, better looks. And besides, I just didn't really want a regular plain view. I just kind of wanted something a little different, and then again a little original that I do on my other ones. So I decided to put that there. But on this back part, it's a little weird, I'll have to say that. Originally, I was gonna make it to where the magazine actually loads from the top, which I did with my favorite one, my other pistol, which is what I originally actually did. It actually used to load from the top, and I decided, you know what, it's weird, so I decided to put it on the bottom, which took me probably about a month to fully and successfully do it. But for this one, I just, of course, do it on the bottom because it's more easier, and that way I don't have to worry about like moving the sights anywhere. But yeah, I'll get down to the magazine. So it's extremely small, all right? But it's not about the Lego that counts, it's about the thought, all right? It counts on thought. You just slide it in here. I'm gonna work on possibly a system to make it to where it cocks back. I don't even have a trigger for it, so I mean, I might as well just put 2 little things on here, but basically, the magazine has 10 bullets, actually. It has 10 whole bullets on the sides. And the reason why I made these 2 parts right here circled was because that if I just leave them squared, it's actually kind of harder to put it in. So usually I would just put it in like this. It'd be easy, but if I was like the other way, it'd probably go like a lot slower and a lot harder, a lot rougher. So I just decided to do that, and although this part where you grab is a little thick, I decided to go with that because I couldn't find any other piece that would hold all 10 of these together, in doing so not being too long. So I couldn't have anything in the middle, so I decided to just put that. It is a little hard to put it in sometimes. If you put it in like this, it can get like stuck or something like that. And it is kind of annoying to reload it sometimes, so you have to kind of like do that. And it is a little janky sometimes. It's weird, and it looks kind of awkward just sticking out so far. Instead of it being a lot smaller, possibly being about like maybe about this size or maybe about that size, but it's like 3 whole studs wide, or two studs wide and 3 studs long. But yeah, not too bad. This part right here, I will say it's kind of weird. I'm probably gonna get rid of it and make it to where it, of course, like I said before, it's gonna possibly crack back if I can modify it to make it a little better. Here's a little detail over the grip. The magazine goes about up to here on the grip. That's about as far as it goes. Come on, get in there. And this did in fact actually require a lot of Legos to build, which I did not have, so I just had to kind of like improvise over a lot of them. And actually, probably the part that took me the longest was the barrel part, because it's in the middle. It's a lot different because this is a 6 stud wide thing right here. And of course, that's an even number, so I couldn't really plop it down in the middle like an odd number. So I had to kind of use these things right here in order to align it up with the middle of it. And I used this part right here, which usually will go to like wheels or something like that, and I put it on. And then I put these 2 studs right here for the sight. And now, a lot more sturdy. It won't fall off as soon as you like do that, because usually it just break off and just shatter into like a million pieces. But no, I made it a little more sturdy. And actually, that's pretty much it. It's a pretty much basic gun. It's pretty much original. Not too much to talk about it really. But that's basically what I have. I just want to thank again for all those people who got me to 1,100 views with 41 likes. I'm really happy for that. Thank y'all so much. And like always, like and subscribe. I'll see you on the next video. At ease.